The 1980s saw muscle cars make a thrilling comeback, mixing raw power with unforgettable designs. These 8 legendary machines dominated the streets and left a lasting mark on car history. 1. 1987 Ford Mustang 5.0. The 1987 Ford Mustang 5.0 left a huge mark in the muscle car world. It's part of the iconic Fox body Mustang lineup, which Ford introduced in 1979 to meet tough emission standards. The Fox body quickly became a hit, selling over 2.6 million units by 1993. This was a big comeback after the tough 1970s, and the 1987 Mustang was one of the best models. Its 5.0-liter V8 engine made it stand out. By 1982, Ford had already made the Mustang more powerful with a 5.0 V8 engine that produced 175 horsepower and 245 pound-feet of torque. This made the car faster, getting from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 7 seconds. At the time, this was considered pretty quick, especially for a car that had to overcome some tough years. The 1987 model kept this power and added some exciting changes that took it to the next level. In 1987, Ford gave the Mustang a facelift. While the basic shape stayed the same, the front end was redesigned. It had sleek single headlights and wraparound turn signals, giving it a more aggressive look. The car's nose was now flush with the body, making it look wider and stronger. The GT version of the Mustang got an even more muscular look with a special body kit, and the cheese grater taillights became a signature feature for the Fox body Mustangs from then on. Even the basic 65 trim, which wasn't as sporty as the GT, looked great with its body-colored bumpers and black trim. Inside the car, Ford made the driving experience better. The dashboard got a new look, with a pod-style instrument cluster that made it easier for drivers to keep an eye on everything. This design made the Mustang feel more connected to the road, which was exactly what car lovers wanted. The lineup was also simplified to 2 main trims, the LX and the GT. The LX was available as a notchback coupe, while both trims came in hatchback and convertible versions. This simplicity made the Mustang fun to drive, and the 5.0 V8 engine was available in all models. Well, this was more than just a car. It became a symbol of Ford's commitment to bringing the muscle car back. With its updated looks, powerful engine, and simple but effective design, it was clear that this Mustang had the potential to be a classic. Even today, the 1987 Mustang 5.0 is still a favorite among car enthusiasts, especially those who appreciate the performance and style of the Fox body Mustang. 2. 1982 Chevrolet Camaro Z28. The 1982 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 is a car that catches your attention the moment you see it. From its bold 5-spoke wheels to its aggressive front end, this Camaro was designed to stand out. Its sleek, sharp lines and large glass hatchback made it look like it was always in motion, even when parked. The Z28 was built to show off its muscle, and it still looks impressive today. It's a car that hasn't lost its edge and is still remembered as one of the coolest cars of the 1980s. But the Z28 isn't just about good looks, it's also about performance. The car comes with a 305 cubic inch V8 engine that makes 165 horsepower and 240 pound-feet of torque. While it may not be the most powerful muscle car out there, it still has enough strength to get you moving fast. The Z28 can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 8.7 seconds, which is quick for its time. Plus, you could choose between a 3-speed automatic or a 4-speed manual transmission, giving you the option to either cruise around or have some fun shifting gears. One of the coolest things about the Z28 is its throttle body injection TBI system. This system made the engine more responsive, so you could feel the power when you stepped on the gas. It also features a fiberglass hood with scoops, which not only makes it look like a race car, but also helps improve aerodynamics. The car has a coil suspension, which makes it easier to handle on tight turns and gives it a smooth ride. It's a muscle car that's as fun to drive around corners as it is on straight roads. Inside the Z28, the focus is on the driver. The interior has a sporty vibe, with everything designed for performance, but still comfortable enough for long drives. The seats and layout make it feel like you're in control, and the engine's roar only adds to the experience. Whether you're on a short trip or a long road trip, the Z28 is a car that makes driving enjoyable. However, the Camaro Z28 does have some weaknesses. For one, it's not as fast as some of its competitors from the same era. It doesn't accelerate as quickly off the line, which may be a downside for those looking for pure speed. Another issue is that the catalytic converters could fail after a while, affecting performance and fuel efficiency. Even with these problems, the Z28 still provides plenty of excitement behind the wheel. Chevrolet made sure that the 1982 Camaro was lighter and more aerodynamic than the previous models. It was 500 pounds lighter than the 1981 Camaro and had a body that was nearly 10 inches shorter. This made the car more agile and helped with fuel efficiency. Despite these changes, the Z28 still had that classic rear-wheel drive muscle car feel that people loved. Overall, the 1982 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 is a car that mixes style, performance, and handling in a way that makes it stand out. It may not have the fastest speed or the highest horsepower, but it's still a car that brings fun to the road and looks great doing it. 3. 1987 Oldsmobile 442. The 1987 Oldsmobile 442 is a perfect mix of muscle, style, and a bit of luxury. This car may not have the fastest speed compared to some rivals, but it stands out with its unique character and smooth ride. If you're looking for pure speed, there are faster cars out there, but if you want a car that balances performance and comfort, this one is special. Built on General Motors' G-body platform, this car has that distinct 1980s muscle car look. The 442 name carries a lot of weight in history. It was brought back in 1985 after a break, and over the next 3 years, only about 11,400 units were made, making it somewhat rare today. It is a real gem for car collectors who appreciate the golden age of muscle cars. Under the hood, the 442 has a 305 cubic inch V8 engine. This engine produces 170 horsepower and 250 pound-feet of torque. These numbers might not seem huge by today's standards, but at the time, they were impressive. The car weighs more than 3,000 pounds, which means it takes around 9.5 seconds to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour. While it might not race ahead like some of its competitors, it is a car that can still get you moving in style. Now, the Oldsmobile 442 isn't just about speed, it's also about how it handles. The suspension system is built with front and rear stabilizer bars, giving it great balance and control, especially when driving through sharp turns. You can feel its solid grip on the road, making it fun to drive on winding streets and highways. One of the amazing parts of the 442 is its Rochester Quadra-J carburetor. This carburetor is computer-controlled, which makes the engine more responsive than older models. However, it lacks modern fuel injection, meaning it doesn't keep up with some of the faster, newer cars in performance. Despite that, the carburetor's design is a throwback to the earlier days of muscle cars, adding a bit of nostalgic charm. Inside, the 442 focuses on comfort. The interior isn't flashy, but it's practical and comfortable, with soft seats that make long drives much more enjoyable. The car doesn't offer a manual transmission, but the 4-speed automatic is smooth and fits the car's personality perfectly. Whether you're cruising down the highway or just going for a weekend drive, it offers a relaxing experience. Although the 442 isn't the fastest car on the road, it still brings plenty of excitement. Its strong engine combined with great handling and comfortable interior makes it a car you'll enjoy every time you get behind the wheel. It's part of GM's luxury lineup, and for many car lovers, it's a collector's dream. The average price of a 1987 442 today is around $19,527, making it an affordable piece of 1980s automotive history. 4. 1987 Buick Regal GNX. The 1987 Buick Regal GNX stands out from the crowd, and it's not just because of its name. This car was made to be different. Unlike most other muscle cars of the time that used V8 engines, the GNX took a bold step with a turbocharged V6 engine. This made it one of the most unique cars of the 1980s, and it quickly became legendary. Under the hood, the 1987 Buick Regal GNX is powered by a 232 cubic inch V6 engine. This engine is turbocharged, giving it a whopping 300 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. Back in the 1980s, these numbers were huge, making the GNX one of the fastest cars of its time. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.7 seconds, which was faster than many sports cars like Ferraris, Porsches, and Corvettes. The top speed was 124 miles per hour, which was impressive back then, even though it may seem slower now. But speed wasn't the only thing the GNX excelled at. It also handled well on the road. The car had a special rear differential and torque arm which helped it grip the road better. This made driving the GNX fun and stable, even when pushing it around corners. It wasn't just about going fast in a straight line. It was about handling and control, too. The rarity of the 1987 Buick Regal GNX is one of the things that makes it so special. Buick only made 547 of these cars in 1987, which means finding one today is a big deal. It's not just a muscle car, it's a piece of history. The car's sleek black paint, dual exhaust, and unique interior design set it apart from other cars. While the inside might not have the fancy luxury features some cars offer, it definitely has a cool, sporty vibe that matches the car's performance. If you're interested in owning one, be prepared to pay a lot of money. The price of a used GNX today can go well over $100,000. And if you find one in perfect condition, it could easily cost over $200,000. But if you're lucky enough to own one, you'll have a rare, powerful, and fast car that's respected by car enthusiasts all over the world. The 1987 Buick Regal GNX wasn't just another muscle car. It changed the game. It showed the world that muscle cars didn't need a V8 to be powerful. Its turbocharged V6 engine proved that a smaller engine could deliver incredible speed and performance. This car left a lasting impact on the muscle car world, and even today, it remains a symbol of innovation and performance. 5. 1984 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. The 1984 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am instantly brings you back to the 1980s. With its bold design and iconic pop-up headlights, it captured the attention of car enthusiasts and movie fans alike. This car became a legend, thanks in part to its role in movies like Smokey and The Bandit. Even today, the Firebird Trans Am still stands as a symbol of what 1980s muscle cars were all about. Under the hood, the 1984 Firebird Trans Am is powered by a 305 cubic inch V8 engine. This engine generates 190 horsepower and 240 pound-feet of torque. While it may not be the fastest car, it can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 7.5 seconds. This was impressive for the time and still holds up as a fun ride today. The car's rear-wheel drive and strong suspension make it a blast to drive, especially on twisty roads where it feels solid and responsive. The design of the Trans Am is one of the things that makes it so memorable. The sharp, aggressive lines give the car a powerful presence on the road. It's the kind of car that turns heads and makes a statement. The pop-up headlights were a unique feature that added to its appeal, setting it apart from other cars on the road. The interior is designed for comfort and performance, making it a great place to spend time while enjoying the ride. However, the 1984 Trans Am does have some downsides. For starters, there's no option for a manual transmission, which may disappoint some car enthusiasts who enjoy shifting gears themselves. Additionally, only about 1,500 of these cars were made, so finding one in good condition with low miles can be a challenge. Parts for the Trans Am are also harder to find these days, which can make repairs and maintenance a bit tricky. Despite these challenges, the 1984 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am remains a sought-after classic. It may not have the highest horsepower or the most modern features, but it's a true icon of the 1980s muscle car era. 6. 1989 Dodge Shelby Dakota. The 1989 Dodge Shelby Dakota is not your typical pickup truck. At first glance, it might look like any other pickup, but once you take a closer look, you'll see why this truck is truly special. It stands out with its muscle car-like features and powerful performance, making it a vehicle that changed the game for trucks. First, let's talk about what makes this truck unique. Unlike most pickups that have a regular six-cylinder engine, the 1989 Dodge Shelby Dakota comes with a 317 cubic inch V8 engine. This upgrade gave the truck an impressive 175 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque. What does that mean? Well, this truck could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 8.7 seconds, which is fast for a pickup. Most trucks at the time couldn't even come close to that speed, and that's why the Shelby Dakota was something different. Moving on to the design, the 1989 Dodge Shelby Dakota had a look that made it impossible to ignore. The truck was built with bold features like blacked-out bumpers, a special grille, and wide fender flares. On top of that, there were Shelby graphics on the sides, a tailgate, and a windshield, making sure everyone knew this wasn't just any ordinary truck. Inside, the truck had a red bench seat and a leather-wrapped steering wheel, which added to the sporty feel. It wasn't just about looking good, it was about comfort too. When it comes to performance, the Shelby Dakota was ahead of its time. The truck was equipped with a 4-speed automatic transmission, which helped the ride stay smooth, even with all that power under the hood. The limited slip rear axle helped the truck maintain traction, and the special gas pressure shocks improved the handling. These features meant that the Shelby Dakota could handle its power on the road, giving you a driving experience like no other pickup truck at the time. The rarity of the 1989 Dodge Shelby Dakota adds to its charm. Only 1,475 of these trucks were made, and just a few hundred were painted in white and red. This makes the truck even more special today, as finding one in good condition is quite rare. The combination of limited production and high performance has made the Shelby Dakota a collector's dream. Even though the Shelby Dakota was only available for one model year, it left a lasting impact on the pickup truck market. Its performance inspired other companies to create their high-performance trucks, like the Ford F-150 Lightning and the GMC Cyclone. Thanks to the Dodge Shelby Dakota, the world saw that trucks could be fun and fast, not just vehicles for work. 1986 Ford Mustang GT. The 1986 Ford Mustang GT truly defines what muscle cars were all about. It's powerful, stylish, and a blast to drive. This version of the Mustang was built with a 305 cubic inch V8 engine that produced 200 horsepower. This engine, with its advanced sequential fuel injection, made the car smoother and more efficient than its older counterparts. What made the Mustang GT stand out was its ability to be both a practical car for everyday use and a thrilling one for weekend drives. When you look at the Mustang GT's design, it immediately grabs your attention. The car had sharp lines that gave it a sleek look. Its exterior wasn't overly flashy, but it had a bold personality, especially with the rear spoiler that added a sporty touch. There was also a high-mounted stoplight, which improved visibility and made the car more noticeable on the road. It had that perfect balance of style and function, making it one of the most popular cars of the mid-'80s. Inside the Mustang GT, comfort and simplicity came together. It didn't have the fancy features you might expect from modern cars, like power windows or automatic door locks, but this made the car feel more direct and focused on the driving experience. The seats were comfortable, and the dashboard was simple and easy to use. It wasn't packed with technology, but that made it fun to drive without distractions. Even though it was an affordable option, the interior still felt solid and well-built. One of the best parts of the 1986 Ford Mustang GT was its handling. The car's rear axle was upgraded to a stronger 8.8-inch version, which gave it better stability and control. Along with the 5-speed manual transmission, the Mustang GT offered a ride that was smooth, yet full of excitement. You could take it around sharp turns and winding roads, and it would still feel in control. It was a car that gave drivers confidence, whether they were experienced or just starting. The car's responsive handling made it a joy to drive, especially for those who loved the feeling of being in control on the road. What really made the Mustang GT stand out in 1986 was its ability to balance everything. It had power, a great design, and performance, all packed into one package. You could drive it to work on weekdays and take it on an exhilarating ride on weekends. The Mustang GT was a true symbol of American muscle cars, showing that you don't need to spend a fortune to own a car that combines fun and style. 8. 1985 Chevrolet Corvette. The 1985 Chevrolet Corvette is one of those cars that just stands out for its combination of power, comfort, and style. First of all, it has an improved suspension system that makes the ride smoother, especially when driving on rough roads. This upgrade was part of the Z51 package, which was introduced that year. Thanks to this new system, the Corvette handled better than before, while still keeping the ride comfortable for everyday driving. Next, the engine saw a big improvement, making the car even more exciting to drive. The Corvette's engine now uses a port fuel injection system, which helps it run more efficiently and produce more power. The torque jumped from 290 to 330 pound-feet, and horsepower increased from 205 to 240. With these upgrades, the Corvette became faster, reaching a top speed of over 150 miles per hour. It could also accelerate quicker than its previous version, making it a true performance car. The engine's improvements also made the Corvette a bit more fuel efficient, gaining about 1.5 miles per gallon, which is impressive for a car with this much power. Inside, Chevrolet made several small changes that added to the driving experience. The digital instruments got bigger numerals, making them easier to read. They also made improvements to the analog speedometer and tachometer, so drivers could see their speed and engine RPM more clearly. Another change was the sun visors, which were made stiffer to reduce vibrations when driving over bumps. Additionally, the roof panel was now made of molded plastic instead of fiberglass, which reduced weight and helped the car's sound quality. The brakes also got better. Chevrolet upgraded the master cylinder with a larger bore and shorter stroke, which improved the feel of the brakes. They also added new brake pads that offered better resistance to fading and lasted longer. This made the Corvette not only faster, but safer and more reliable when driving hard. All these improvements added up to make the 1985 Corvette a better car than ever before. With the enhanced suspension, stronger engine, and more comfortable interior, It's easy to see why this car became so popular. These 8 muscle cars showed the true power of the 80s. Got a favorite? Drop a comment, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more cool car stories. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.